welcome. In the second tutorial, we will show you how you can upgrade your settlement to reach the next civilization level. The Queen, at whose behest you have established a settlement here, is still not entirely convinced that your exploits will be a great success. Prove to her that, on the contrary, you can lead your population to the settler level. In Goldford, the small settlement you start with, you will find everything your pioneers could possibly want. A village centre, a warehouse and a fisherman's hut on the coast, as well as ample living space. Now, it is worth creating the conditions to enable your inhabitants to progress to settlers. Building material is used for every building you construct. Wood is one of the most important building materials, and at the start of the game will be required for all the buildings. The info bar in the top left corner indicates how much wood you currently have available. To ensure that you are suitably equipped to upgrade your settlement, a top priority is to establish a lumberjack's hut, which will supply you with wood for your buildings. To make your entry into the game easier, we will provide suitable construction sites. Later, you are free to choose where to position all the buildings. Open the construction menu and left-click to select a lumberjack's hut. Build the building by left-clicking on the construction site provided. It will be highlighted and a border will appear around it. The lumberjack gets to work immediately. Now all he needs is a dirt road to allow the market wagons to transport the wood to the warehouse. Select the dirt road and place the start point right next to the lumberjack's hut. Place the end point next to the warehouse or on the existing road network. Excellent! Wood production is in full swing and goods are also being transported to the warehouse. Enough time to check how the lumberjack is progressing with his work. Left-click. The lumberjack fells trees in the wood. The cleared area around the lumberjack's hut indicates the area of influence in which he goes about his business. Trees are a self-renewing raw material and available in ample quantities on your island. The more trees that surround the lumberjack's hut, the more quickly wood production can proceed. In the lumberjack's hut menu at the bottom of the screen, you will see that the lumberjack processes the trees to produce wood and how much he has already produced. Up to 5 tons of wood can be stored in the building. When the internal warehouse is full, the lumberjack will stop his work for a while. The percentage indicates the lumberjack's level of productivity. The higher the productivity of a production facility, the more quickly the relevant goods will be manufactured. As you can see, the lumberjack is currently hard at work. We have much to do, and wood is immediately required in the initial phases of the game. Therefore, build a second lumberjack's hut to guarantee a supply. Open the construction menu and select a lumberjack's hut. To maintain high productivity, it is important that you build the 2 lumberjacks' huts far enough away from each other so that each lumberjack can find enough raw material. Build the lumberjacks' huts on the construction site provided. Also, connect the 2 lumberjacks' huts to the road network via a dirt road. Select the dirt road and position the start point just next to the lumberjacks' huts. Position the end point right next to the warehouse or on an existing road network. The wood supply is guaranteed. You now have plenty of time to attend to your population and check if they are satisfied. As you can see from the portrait in the village centre menu, your pioneers are quite satisfied. All their needs, food and community, are adequately fulfilled. Now, another need has arisen: cloth. Cloth already belongs to the needs of the next civilization level. If you supply it to your population, you will have satisfied one of the conditions required for them to become settlers. Wool can be processed to make cloth in a weaver's hut. The relevant building is now available to you in the construction menu. Open the construction menu and select a weaver's hut. Construct the building on the construction site provided. The weaver's hut also needs a road connection to the warehouse so that the market wagons can pick up the cloth later. Select the dirt road and position the start point next to the weaver's hut. Position the end point next to the warehouse or on an existing road network. Excellent! Now have a look at the weaver's hut to check your workload. Select your weaver's hut. Looking at the productivity display, you see that no cloth is currently being manufactured. The raw materials icon shows you the reason why. You do not have the wool required for it. You should remedy this situation quickly. You can manufacture wool for cloth production on a sheep farm, and you will find the relevant building in the construction menu. Open the construction menu and select a sheep farm. Construct the building on the construction site provided. The first sheep are already grazing in the pasture. As the buildings are situated very close together, you don't need to build a dirt road this time. The weaver's hut sends a journeyman out who after a while picks up the wool directly from the sheep farm. Sheep farms and weavers' huts form a production chain. Only the final production facility, in this case the weaver's hut, requires a road connection to pick up the goods. A weaver's hut normally operates at optimum capacity with 2 sheep farms. To produce enough wool for your weaver's hut, you should also build a second sheep farm. Select a sheep farm and build the building on the construction site provided. You have taken care of wool production. At some point, check if you have anything ready to transport to your weaver's hut. Select the weaver's hut. Congratulations! Your weaver's hut is now being supplied with wool in sufficient quantities. Soon the first cloth will be ready. You again have a moment to devote to your population in Goldford. Select the village centre. As the need for cloth is now satisfied, your population's satisfaction has increased again. Judging from the portrait, you see that this has put your pioneers in a euphoric mood. To ensure that your settlement can expand further and the population can later progress to become settlers, you should create more living space. To do this, build 6 houses near to the village centre. Open the construction menu and build 6 houses on the construction site provided.
What a wonderful day!
Well done! New pioneers are already moving into your settlement. You will see in the info bar in the top left corner that the number of inhabitants is gradually increasing. Have another look at your village centre. Select the village centre. Once the new inhabitants have moved in, a 4th need will now be displayed in the village centre menu. Faith. Similar to cloth, the need for faith already belongs to the settler needs. As soon as it is satisfied, your pioneers can advance to the next civilization level. A chapel can satisfy your population's need for faith. To enable all Goldfurt's inhabitants to benefit from it, you should construct the building in close proximity to the houses. Open the construction menu and select a chapel. Build the chapel on the construction site provided. Very good. The first inhabitants are already going to pray in the new chapel. You must be interested in knowing whether the need for faith has now been fulfilled for all the inhabitants of Goldfurt. Select one of their houses. The portrait of every civilization level that lives in this house appears in the house menu. The facial expression and background colour reflect their satisfaction. Beside it is shown which needs the inhabitants of the house have and if they are being fulfilled. As you can see, the needs for food, community, cloth, and faith are being satisfied. You have already fulfilled all the conditions required for a level increase. Look, the population is already starting to upgrade their pioneer houses to settler houses. The Queen will be delighted.
I love this island.
You have now achieved your first success truly worthy of respect. Carry on.
New goods! Just
Your
in.
village centre has also changed with the level increase. The square and the statue are shining with a new brilliance, and the market stalls have been upgraded. That will please the people of Goldford. Congratulations! You have enabled your population to advance to settlers, and you have therefore successfully completed this tutorial. The inhabitants of Goldford praise you in recognition of your services. You can now choose to repeat what you have just learnt in a practice game, or proceed to the third tutorial. Return to the main menu to quit the tutorial.